everybody, it's Fancy. Welcome to my channel. Today is day 4 of 31 Days of Halloween. That's where I come to you every single day of the month of October with some sort of spooky season content all the way up to the day of Halloween. And today, like I said, is day 4. We're going to be talking about the much beloved 90s classic Hocus Pocus. Now, a lot of people love this movie. A lot of people love to pretend to hate this movie, and I say pretend because, I mean, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinions, but some people's opinions are just wrong. And the opinion that Hocus Pocus is a bad or overrated movie is a wrong opinion. I said what I said. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of sit down and sort of, I just sat and while I did my makeup, watched the movie, just to get a little bit of a refresher. Not that I totally, like, I really didn't need it. I've seen this movie a gajillion times. I probably could quote it, like, start to finish if I really focused and tried. But I did just rewatch it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through and kind of talk about just some things that I made a little note of as I watched the movie. Alright, so first thing, the virgin joke. Okay. Like, they bring it up so many times. Like, it's just, it's running, it's, I mean, I love this movie, but I didn't, as a child, because, like, I'm old, like, I'm pushing 40. I'm not pushing 40. Well, I am, well, I'm old. Okay? I saw this movie when it came out in 1993. And I was in middle school. You know, like, when I was a kid, I don't know if I just, like, didn't notice how many times they made the stupid virgin joke or whatever, but, like, it is literally, I mean, it's the last line of the movie. The last line of the movie is a stinking virgin joke. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's, like, one or two are funny, but, like, it's just, like, ugh, come on, guys. Like, it just really, like, it's clearly a product of its time. There's so many, like, 90s iconic things, like Madonna with the cone bra, the mom's costume, the baby in the walker on the commercial when Mary's like, ah! Watching him do, you know, run around in his walker. I think it's like a Stainmaster commercial. I forget what the product, but like I remember those commercials. Like there's just so many. Oh, another thing, when Danny, the little girl, when Danny says bump it instead of it, that's like, that's so 90s. Like me and my friends used to say bump it all the time. Like we thought we were so like edgy and cool. It's so, it's cringy, but it's fun. Like Allison's little speech about, actually Helen's based off the Feast of All Hallows Eve, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's just, and she's all like hair flip, and it's just so bad, but I love it. I love it so much. Oh, so I have kind of like a smidgen of a confession. Like when I was a kid, I thought Thackeray, I thought his name was Zachary, and that like literally everyone had a lisp. Like everybody in the, like I was like, everyone must have a speech impediment. Not really, but like it took me so long to catch on that that kid's name was Thackeray and not Zachary. I was just like, are they it's just like, is something wrong with the audio? Like, oh. The bullies. Can we talk about Ernie / Ice's like culturally appropriative haircut? And then the other one is like this, like, he thinks, I don't know what he thinks he is. Like, is he like a biker? Is he like a surfer dude? But then he's making fun of Hollywood. Like, they're so strange and they're so bizarre. It's like, where, and this is supposed to be, I guess, Salem, Massachusetts, right? Like it's Salem. They don't say the state, but I'm assuming it's Salem, Massachusetts, like the witch trials and all that. So it's like, I'm from Florida, so like I don't know if like the upper, like the Northeast has like weird like white boys that don't know who they are. I mean, I guess that's everywhere, but it's just so bizarre. Just so, they're so bizarre. And when the one is like, hey, do you want to go like watch babes undress? It's like, hey, do you want to go commit a crime? Like, what's wrong with you? Okay, so we really can't talk about this movie. We cannot talk about Hocus Pocus without talking about the cast. When I tell you it is perfect, like they don't need, like I keep seeing like for years they're talking about, oh, they're gonna remake it or make a new one. Of all the remakes, that Hollywood does not need to do. It is for Hocus Pocus, unless they get Bette Midler, Kathy Najimy, and Sarah Jessica Parker, like, and Thora Birch, like, you know, don't touch it. It's beautiful. So the cast, like, they're just so great. Like Sarah Jessica Parker with her "Amok, amok, amok," and "'tis firm as stone," like, it's hilarious. And Bette Midler is just perfect. Like, her when she sings "I Put a Spell on You," oh, I'll die. It's like one of my favorite songs. And Kathy Najimy is hilarious when she's like, "Sister, come on, thou art not being honest with thyself." Like, I love it. So the cast is just great. And like little baby Thora Birch, like, I don't think it's her first movie. I feel like I saw another movie. I know when I was a kid, my sister and I used to watch this movie called All I Want for Christmas. And it's her and Ethan Embry are in it. And he's like, just like a baby also. Like, I'm aging myself bad. But little baby Thora Birch is so good in this movie. Her bright red lipstick and her like giant teeth. Like, she's just so cute and she's just on it and she lands all of her jokes. And like, she really, you know, she's really doing the thing. I enjoy her thoroughly in this movie. The cast is like perfect. Another thing that I love and as an adult I really kind of like am identifying with is the parents when the kids are like, the witches came back, and they go to the town hall party where all the grown-ups are like, you know, getting their drink on and dancing. I so identify with the parents being like, it's fine, you guys are crazy, like blowing them off and just wanting to keep partying, because like they probably never ever get a break. They just like moved across country, like they just now are getting to like unwind and chill and like have a beverage and like pretend that they don't have responsibilities for a few hours. So like, if my kids were like, hey, there's magical witches that came back from the dead, I'm like, go eat some Tootsie Rolls and go to bed, you know? Well, I wouldn't tell them to eat candy and go to bed, but you know what I mean. Like, I just really identify as an over-stressed adult wanting some free time. Them being like, no, it's fine, just go home. We're gonna keep, woo, you know? Like, it's just, I identify with that so much. The part where Sarah sings the "Come Little Children" song at the, like, not at the, well, she sings it at the beginning, but it's sort of like really faint and you can hear like Emily running, but like when she does it, towards the end of the movie when they're trying to call all the kids and like all the kids are like zombieing through the streets in their little Halloween costumes, and she's just up there with her broom and she's doing her arms, and like when I was just watching it just now, I realized, I'm like, wow, this is like kind of crappily shot. Like, it's the 90s, so I have to be a bit more forgiving, and honestly I probably should give them a little bit of props, because now they'd likely like over digitize stuff and make it look ridiculous. But I am of the Jim Henson generation. Like, I know how they can do some really amazing practical effects. So it seems like they took it just a little too, like, there was no stars. They could have put a moon behind or something, you know what I mean? Like, it's just black, and it's so obvious that she's just in like a sound studio and they've got her on a harness and she's up there doing her thing. And like, her voice is beautiful. It's iconic. Like, we all wanted to be Sarah Sanderson. She was like the hot, sexy one, right? So it's a super iconic scene, but it is like kind of shoddily shot when I go back and look at it, you know, now with my like 38-year-old eyeballs. But still, like, I'm just like, oh, gives me chills. I love it. Yeah, just to kind of wrap it up, this movie is like really beloved. It touches my heart. We have it on DVD. My family and I, we watch it all the time. I gotta find it. Look, it's like probably a ancient, what do you call it? Like an ancient artifact. I have a few old movies that like I'll never get rid of, and this is definitely one of them. It's a classic. It's a Halloween classic, and I love it a lot. So. If you've, I seriously doubt that you've not seen it, but if you haven't, I would recommend watching it. Even if you see all the haters online saying, they're just, like I said, their opinion is incorrect. Sometimes that happens. My opinion is the correct one, and that this is an amazing movie, and I love it so much. And I want to thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me today for day 4 of 31 Days of Halloween. Oh, yeah, I forgot to talk about this guy. This is my My Rugrats, oh, where it is? There you go, my Rugrats sweater. Yeah, I found this at Ross. I was like, oh, let me live my 80s, 90s baby fantasy. I was born in the 80s, but Rugrats is a 90s kid show for sure. And I love it. And I just wanted to be super nostalgic today. So, yeah, I just wanted to, again, I want to thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. If you haven't already, like and subscribe down below. If you have any, what do you think about this movie? You got any comments? Leave them for me. I'd love to hear what you think of Hocus Pocus. If you think it's overrated, shh. It's okay. You're allowed to have your opinion. I'm just messing around. But anyway, I want to thank you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow for day 5. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'll talk to you later. Bye.